Man, all I gotta say is I feel bad for all the Aces fans who will have to deal with watching the gold plated Mamba for another year. I feel bad for Aces fans that have to deal with watching the gold plated Mamba. Like, this is a player who I have never seen a player get so bad at basketball so quickly. And by the way, you might be saying, oh, it's just she joined a new team. It is what it is. Man, she was awful for Seattle last year. She was absolutely awful. Like, people don't understand how bad she was because Seattle were like, she was the reason for the investigation, first of all. But second of all, like, she was terrible. She averaged high points per game, but she did it on 37% or 36% from the field. She shot 36% from the field and 26% from three. Her true shooting percentage was in the 40s. How do you have a true shooting percentage in the 40s? Like, I literally remember I'm watching her. She had 30 against the Fever twice, and I'm like, it's only ever against the Fever she plays well. And this is somebody who, by the way, up until last season, had the all-time record for points in a season. Like, she had the all-time record for points in a season for a player. That is literally what she's done. And on the season, and this is coming off the back of a game where she went 0 of 10 and was minus 18 in 20 minutes and had 0 points. In a season where she is a one-dimensional scorer who doesn't do anything other than score and averages 10 points per game. She is a one-dimensional scorer. So I'm just looking at her stats right now. So in the 2024 season, she averaged 19.7 points per game. However, she did that on 17 shots per game. On 17 shots. So she averaged the same amount of points as Caitlin Clark on 2.5 extra shots. She shot 36% from the field and 27% from three. And however, the year before, she averaged 24.7 points per game for the Storm. And by the way, the Storm were the second worst team in the WNBA. They won 11 games. They were worse than the Aaliyah Boston Fever before Caitlin Clark got there. So she averaged 24.7 points per game. You might be like, oh, that's an insane number. That's an insane number. She did it on 37% from the field. Jewell Loyd, since 2021, has never shot above 40% from the field. Her career field goal percentage is 40. It is 40. Her career field goal percentage is 40. This league, she's getting exposed because there is legitimately an upturn in actual basketball analysis and actual basketball people in the WNBA. And it's really weird because Becky Hammon seems to be the most old WNBA person ever. I understand she played in the WNBA, but she sat beside Greg freaking Popovich for half a decade. Like, she's being exposed as a coach. Maybe she can't win without a super team. She can't win without a healthy Chelsea Gray, freaking Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Candace Parker, and AJ Wilson. Well, Candace Parker was injured. And she needed an all-time Liberty choke in Game 4. But, like she's 32. She's 32 years old. They actually traded Kelsey Plum for her. She has 7, 8, and 0 in her last 3 games. 3 of 11, 3 of 7. Like, she had 5 fouls yesterday. She had 5 fouls. Like, she's averaging 10 points per game. She is down. She's averaging 10 points less than last year. And by the way, she's actually doing it on better efficiency. She's back to shooting like 35+% from 3, which she used to shoot. But, like, do you want to know what the difference is between this year and last year? Is that this year, she no longer has the green light to shoot 20 shots a game or 18 shots a game, whatever it was, on 37% shooting. She no longer has the green light to be an inefficient shot chucker. One-dimensional inefficient shot chucker. And like there's a big difference. Like Paige Bueckers is not very efficient. And you might be saying, oh look, she's shooting 44% from field. Yeah, she only shoots two. She only shoots middies. Like Paige Bueckers is not particularly efficient. But she's way more efficient. And because she is a good passer, her off-ball movement's incredible. She's got to get shots up to keep defenses honest. Caitlin Clark's been extremely inefficient this year, as has Sabrina Ionescu from three. Sabrina Ionescu shooting low 30s from three. But the difference is that they got to shoot the deep ball. They got to shoot it from real far back because a lot of their gravity comes from teams knowing that they can light it up. Like, just because of what Caitlin Clark did against the New York Liberty and what Caitlin Clark did against the Sun by hitting that shot, basically the dagger to ice the game, hitting the biggest shot of the game, even though she struggled in that game, teams will not guard Caitlin Clark. When there are certain players that are inefficient shot chuckers by the box score, they need to keep getting those shots up because their other parts of their game are reliant on that. Jewell Loyd is a one-dimensional scorer. Like, she doesn't have the passing or the cutting of Paige. She doesn't even have the passing of Sabrina. She doesn't have the cutting of Paige. She doesn't have the gravity and the ability to see everything and dictate an offense like Caitlin Clark. Her, Arike, and like even Kelsey Plum, because Kelsey Plum gets to the basket. That's the big difference between them two and Kelsey Plum, is Kelsey Plum gets to the basket. If you want to call Kelsey Plum an Arike, because she's not particularly efficient either, she gets to the basket. And she's got to pull from deep to allow her to get to the basket. So I'm just trying to think off the top of my head of who are in that Arike tier. But like, they're literally just she's literally just Marine Johannes with a green light. Like, Arike is Marine Johannes with a green light. Like, they're Julie Van Loo with a green light. Like, they're the same thing. They're the same player. And Jewell Loyd should not be a starter. Bring her off the bench. Let her go and chuck when Age is not on the floor. And we all know Jewell Loyd can occasionally go off. But at this stage, when I say we all know Jewell Loyd can go off, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she can't. Maybe she's just done. Maybe she's cooked. Jewell Loyd could be cooked. And we wouldn't, like, we'd know. We wouldn't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, the Aces are a shit show. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. I've already talked about Chelsea Gray, Aja Wilson, some other things. Today is going to be a lot of Aces hate here. And you know what? I'm praying on their downfall because I hate this team. I genuinely do. But yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree with this? Do you guys disagree? Do you think the sample size is too small? I wouldn't, if it was just a bad season, I wouldn't be saying much about it. But the fact that I thought she was garbage last year as well. And they literally, for pick number 13 this year, and Jewell Loyd, they traded Kelsey Plum and next year's pick. The Storm, the Storm get their pick next year. So if the Aces are in the lottery, the Storm have 2 lottery picks. Oh, actually, sorry. If the Aces get into the lottery, the Sparks will probably make the playoffs, because I don't think the Valkyries will. But like, if the Sparks and the Aces don't make the playoffs, the Storm could make the playoffs, have their own pick, if I'm not mistaken, and have 2 lottery picks, which could be crazy.